Hi everyone, so has anyone been watching the TV drama This City Is Ours? I don't normally do reviews about just random documentaries that come on TV, but I had to talk about this because it is one of the best dramas that I've seen in a while. So it comes on BBC One. I think it's on don't quote me, but I think it's either a Sunday, it might be a Friday, I can't remember, I literally can't remember what day. I just know that it's a reminder. It comes on. So the whole drama is about, it's based in Liverpool, and it's about a drug running family. And within that family, they've got the mum, the dad, the son. All the son's partners know about it as well. And then you've got friends of the children that are getting involved in it. And what's good about it is, even though you might think it's not usually the type of thing I'd be that interested in, because I'd be like, yeah, I've seen this before. It's just different. It's gritty, it's raw, it's not like, what's the word called, predictable. So what I like about it is the lead star, I don't know what his name is Michael in the show. He's been friends with the dad for 20 years, so he's been part of this drug business. But then the son, they're in like a battle, they're in competition with each other, because even though the dad trusts Michael, the guy that's been his right hand man for 20 years, the son always gets like excluded from things, so he's got this jealousy thing going on. And the key things that stood out I sit there and I'm glued to the TV because it's on BBC One. There's no breaks. I couldn't even stop to get a drink. And that tells you that it's a good drama, because for me to sit and not be able to leave because it's just so gripping. And two things happened, and I don't want to give too much away, but I think it was how graphic things are, but they're not in an unrealistic way. So the first one was the son's friend. They thought that he had kind of double-crossed them on a drug bust. So they had this drug bust, but it got stopped. There was like a van full of drugs, and apparently it got stopped, and they couldn't get the drugs. And then they found out, or somehow there was Chinese whispers saying that the son's friend had taken it. And I still don't know what happened, because they kind of took him to this like abandoned building, and then the dad told Michael, his right hand man, to stand outside. And because this guy, his name's Dave, was about to grass on the son, I think the dad knew that the son is involved. So rather than him get found out, he just shot him 3 times, because I think he wanted to protect his son. But Michael had heard the son's name mentioned, so he was like, what's going on there? But the dad kept shutting it down. So then what made it worse is that it was an anniversary party then with the mum and the dad, so all the family were there. And I think what was a bit creepy as well was that the dead guy that they shot in this abandoned building, wrapped him in tarpaulin and threw him over the mountain, his girlfriend kept calling on his phone, and the phone was literally by the pool. And this is when you knew that everyone within this place knows what's going on, because even all the girlfriends, all of the people, they could hear the phone ringing and no one would answer it. And then they were like asking, shall we answer? But you could see how like tight the family is, and you could see they all know that it's a drug running business, but some of them are just like, how much of this do we want or not? So it was the anniversary. And then Michael started to get a bit jealous, because the son and the dad were like really tight. They were dancing with each other. They were really close. And I think he started to get paranoid, and he started to think, I'm going to get killed next. I'm going to be the one getting pushed out, because he saw the son and the dad go for a walk and talking. And then in his mind, he was saying, they're talking about me. So the final scene of the last show, I couldn't sleep because I was either thinking, when you get too invested, because it's just acting. But the acting, Sean Bean as well is the lead. He plays the dad. But the acting was so brilliant that I was going to bed, and I was thinking, how could he do this? And what's going to happen next? And so Michael decided he had to kill the dad. This is the guy he's been working with for 20 years. And his girlfriend was like, don't do it. What's going to happen to you? Because this is a big power move. If you're going to kill the top boss, and also you're killing him when all his family are fast asleep, but they're going to wake up the next day and they're coming after you. So he knew that. But it's the way that he did it. I don't know if people are going to watch it or not, but I need to tell you, because that was the part where I was like, whoa. So he chose which knife he was going to use. He saw him go to the kitchen drawer and pick the right type of knife. He wants to choose a knife that is accurate. So he goes outside. The dad is fast asleep on a sun lounger because he's been his anniversary, he's been drinking. He's fast asleep. Michael straddles him, puts the knife in a position under his heart, so he makes sure it's in the right position, and then he says to him, wake up. He wants him to see what he's done. Then he pushes the knife into his heart, and then he says something else to him which I can't remember, and then he just twists it, and obviously he just waits for him to die. And I just thought, oh my God. And it ended there, but all I kept thinking when I was going to bed is, oh, they're coming after Michael now. What's going to happen next? So yeah, it just keeps you interested. And I think out of all the actors, Sean Bean was brilliant in it as well. He usually is. The person who plays his wife was brilliant. I've seen her in other things. I can't remember her name. But Michael, he's the one that stole the show for me. He was like the best actor in there. He was so intense. It felt real. It didn't feel like it was acting. It felt real. There was other things that happened in it as well. But to me, yeah, the best drama that I've seen so far this year. So it's called This City Is Ours. I can't remember what day it comes on. It's on BBC One. Google it and it will tell you when it's on TV. But I would recommend you watch it. So that's my review of This City Is Ours.